Okay, I'm gonna click start recording. Boom. Chapter 2. Marisa's aesthetic. Explosion at Iante. Iante. A brazen theft, a missing pot. Is Marisa the culprit? My second case will certainly not be easy, nor normal. Is it gonna be hard? In Tokyo, a strange land where dreams and fantasy mingle with reality. The events that occur here are strange as well, not to mention those who reside here. When humans are confronted with reality such as this, they have a very useful phrase to describe it. Can't do anything about it. New incident has happened in that sort of world. Come along quietly, Marisa Kurosame. What if Marisa's gonna be not guilty? I just rolled another nat one. Roll guilty check. Oh, I rolled a 5. I don't know if that's good or bad. Well, what's the big idea? You're under arrest for larceny. Huh? These sound effects. Also, where was my red text prompt that told me the time and place that would take 30 seconds? You are being charged with theft of pot belonging to Miss Erin Yagokoro from Iante. What are you talking about? I didn't steal no stupid pot. Why do we have people talk like this? We had Chirno in the last one, and we got Marisa again. Of course, that's what all criminals say. I even read lines like that in the detective novels I borrowed from Lady Patchouli. I know all about how perpetrators try to sneak their way out of being pinned for their crimes. No, seriously. Listen when people are talking to you. I haven't stolen anything that looks like a pot. Tell to the judge. Now behave yourself and let me cuff you. Whoa, what are you doing? Cut it out. Oh, here we go. May 1st. It's June 6th. Actually, if you're some of you guys, it's probably June 7th, because, ha! Europeans. 11:15 a.m. Shimaimaru & Co. Law Office. Okay, my energy level's gonna have to try to carry me through this. It's gonna be a slog. Aya? This article seems kind of plain. Aya. And I went over the word count, too. Hey, Aya. Why? Oh, it's just you, Momiji. What's the problem? There isn't any. It's just that no matter how many times I said your name, you didn't respond. Oh, really? What was it, then? Why'd you need to get my attention so badly? You have a request. Ah, well. So who am I going to interview? Huh? Or maybe it's someone submitting a story. No, not that kind of request. You just being willfully ignorant now? Well, you didn't say what the request was for. That's how I've been trained. What was it, anyway? A defense request. You've practically forgotten you do that, haven't you? But I'm really just a newspaper reporter. Being a defense attorney is way too hard. Now, don't complain. We need to go meet our client. We'll get ready so we can leave soon. Yeah. Huh? I can, like, move and talk? What? The defendant, since everything seems to indicate she did it, it might be a good idea to not worry too much about how to defend her. Okay. Goal, win the newspaper competition. That's why I'm always releasing extras. They're all good so get a single glance from here. Look, there's a ferret flying around. This is where I write the Boon Boon Maru newspaper day in, day out. Very heart of the operation. I light this candle whenever night falls. I wonder how many times I wonder how many I have left in stock. Present! Why are you showing me that? Nothing to talk about in particular. Detention. Well, I have a lot of choices of where to go. What? Speaking of dungeons, roll for dungeon check. Oh, I got a 12. Yes. Detention. Cell. Already better gameplay than AAA games. True, I can move and talk. This is incredible. Yo, it's been a while, huh? You know, I guess it hasn't been that long. No, that's not it. I just expect someone who's been arrested to greet me like that. Well, can't really do anything about it after it's happened, right? I guess so. Window only here for show. Makes you long for sunlight. Gloomy. One feels depressed just being here. Thin, damp food on. Well, what did you expect? Sorry about that. People coming through here. Present the notebook. What's that supposed to be? Why are you shoving it in my face like that? What? No, I don't want to move. Talk to her. Not the case. Well, that's why I wanted you to defend me. Okay, I'll hear you out. However, what charges were you arrested anyway? Stealing? I love these faces. What's the matter? Do you really expect me to win? Hey now, I didn't steal anything this time, you know? Everyone's saying I stole some pot from Aaron, but I ain't never laid a finger on it. What I can tell, it's a larceny charge. The stolen property was Miss Yagakora's pot.
She's doing pot? What? Aaron's smoking weed?
Unbelievable. However, when Marisa was apprehended, she didn't have it on her person. Really? Of course, I wouldn't have done it. If I did, I would have said so. Don't bonky me. Yes, that's certainly true. Do you have any proof that you didn't steal it? What, you don't believe me? I wouldn't... These first children now her. Oh my gosh, talk like humans. I wouldn't lie about something like this. So you really didn't do it? Yeah. Alright then, I'll take your case. Awesome, I'll be counting on you. Name one place in the court record. Aaron's pot was stolen, but its whereabouts are unknown. It was not Marisa's possession when she was arrested either. Here you go. What's that supposed to be? Oh, okay. Oh, it's just gonna be the same thing. When you were arrested. I just happened to be in the area, that's all. I didn't even have the pot on me when I was arrested. You really don't have the pot? Duh, how'd I have something I didn't swipe? You know that whenever I steal something, I just waltz right in and take it. But can't you use magic teleportation or telekinesis? No way, my magic's all about blowing things up. I think you should ask Corin, too. He can back me up. Alright, I shall interview him later. Get back to the subject. How much time passed from when the incident occurred until when you were arrested? Let's see here. What I heard about it when it happened, I guess around 20 minutes or so? Doesn't sound like much time at all. They're almost too good at their job. Well, Saka's the one who caught me and all. Ah, I see. She knows where an incident is happening. She can probably stop time and catch the criminal. Why doesn't she stop time for longer? If she stops time for too long, then the other maids will never make it to the scene. She stops time just long enough to take care of the important issues, so the other maids can come and handle the rest. Yeah. Sasaki was the only one I saw here. There. For Genji's sake. Oh.
What? We're just throwing his name around like that?
Thanks to the whole judicial system testing period, I can't even settle this the old-fashioned way, with spell cards. Ah, you're right, it must be difficult to fight yokai or anyone else with special powers without spell cards. Yeah, and it's all that dumb Reimu's fault. Using spell cards during a trial would make them pointless, so I'm stealing their use for now. That's her excuse anyway. Oh, what else could she have done? That's fine, even if I didn't know why she did it. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Why? Why the dumb look? I thought crows were supposed to be smart. Picked up the game. It's nothing, just a bit of culture shock, I guess. Well, you don't have to be rude about it. Now, I said I would defend you, right? Don't you forget it. By the way, just so you know, I don't even have my mini Hakuro with me right now. Huh? Why not? It's in the shop. Korin's, to be exact. He's had it for about a week. Don't say. Game 2, place the court record. Does not currently possess her mini Hakuro. Which was arrested approximately 20 minutes after the incident occurred. Oh, good grief. By the anti-outer wall. The anti-outer wall. Oh my goodness, that's quite a hole. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna. That's what she said. You know, yes? It certainly looks like Marisa's doing, don't you think? Should you really be saying that? Oh my, what do we have here? What are you doing in a place like this? Hello, I'm the defense attorney for Miss Kurosame. Is that... So, Nodoka! First, sorry, any bets on who stole it? I'm betting Tay. 11 can't speak because he's actually, like, he's seen this before. I think Tay's a good answer. Intake pot. Thief. Thievery. It's not gonna be Renosuke. You'd steal pot. Pot for cooking. Up through like Touhou 11. Who's cooking in pot? 100% Ringo, yeah. I'll say Tay. In that case, do you think you'll be able to fulfill your duties? Given that current situation, I can't say for sure. There's one thing to check. Gaping hole in the wall. Can you be entered the mansion from here? It appears so, so let's see who's home. Feels audacious as ever. By pure fort. Oh yeah, something. Yeah, the more I investigate, the more suspicious Miss Kurosame seems. What did that say? Pure force looks like it caused by an explosion, judging by the burn marks. But we know she doesn't have the Hakuro. Moko? Moko, perhaps? Yesterday evening, I arrested Miss Marisa Kurosame, a short distance from here. She's been charged with larceny. She's suspected of stealing Miss Aaron Yagakoro's pot. Her weed. Seems a rather valuable object. Does anyone even know what the pot looks like? If I'm not mistaken, I believe that you took a picture of the very same pot at an earlier date. Huh? Oh, that's right, I remember now. So it was that pot that was stolen. Or to practice taking still life photos. So that's Miss Yagakoro to take pictures of it. Yeah, it's precisely that pot. It appeared to have some worth. Quite. The suspect took a liking to it as well. That's enough of... Well, just the fact that no one in Gitsuki would steal something like this other than Miss Marisa Kurosame or Miss Tay Inaba is enough proof. Okay, the fact that she's bringing up Tay is making me less suspicious of Tay. Because, like, red herring... I'm currently leaning towards Moko because explosion. I'm thinking like fire. I'm thinking explosion, damage. Right? Like that's my current thought process. I think like explosion, maybe Notori making a bomb, but like Notori was just the culprit. No way it's gonna be her again. Also, I highly doubt that Mr. Nabo would take such a brazen approach. I can't really say you're wrong about that. Okay, it's Tay. It's 100% Tay. So now, if you'll excuse me, it is nearly tea time. I must return to the mansion to serve my lady's tea. The pot photograph has been removed from your album and placed in the court record. I have to present that. Let's go to the Shemima and Co. office. Oh, okay, there's nothing to do here. Hello, cute Momiji. Let's go inside and go to Erin's room. She's naked! Okay, she's not. Imagine, though. Imagine. Oh, Ada. Sorry. Ada. Hello, I'm currently serving as Kursami's defense attorney. You have my sympathies. Why exactly? Imagine you'll be facing a near impossible task. Everyone's saying the same thing. Aya checked the scroll. There's an amulet on the other side. It was scary, so she gently put it back. Beautiful flower arrangement. What I thought, but they're actually used for medicine. Full of all kinds of medicines. Miss Yagakura doesn't seem too pleased. Further investigation may be hazardous to my health. Next with books about medicine. There's a lot of words I don't recognize written in the spines. I see. She doesn't seem to be too interested in it. About the pot. You through Erin's room. Gotta inspect the scene of the crime. I gotta find her panties. I'd like to confirm if that pot that was stolen was in the very same pot that I photographed on an earlier occasion. Because they're not stolen. It can't be Marisa. True. Yes, that is correct. It was certainly a beautifully decorated pot. Thank you, but the important thing was what was its, Excuse me? Whatever's the matter. Why'd you stop mid-sentence? I haven't the faintest idea of what you're referring. If you insist. I know she has more to say, but I better keep that in mind. What's inside the pot? Does anybody know? Anybody know lore? The day of the incident. The day of the incident, or rather at the time, I was not on the premises. You were outside? Yes, I was collecting medicinal plants. It had grown late when I returned, so I was surprised by the state of affairs. You returned later than you had intended? Yes, I did. Who else knows of this occurrence? Grayson does, but I'm not sure if Tay is aware of it. Here's the problem. Like, I've played games like this before. And I know of, like, when it makes a red herring, that's like, oh, we're building it up for to be this, and then it's not that. You know, the game is aware, or self-aware. It's like, oh, here's this build-up, and then they, like, surprise you with something else. But I also know games that do the double back, where it's like, oh, they build it up for something, and then it is that. They play it for a fiddle. Great mix. I see, thank you very much. Okay, Corando. Oh, excuse me. That was violent. Welcome. Oh, it's rather unusual for you two to visit. Feel free to look around. Very sorry, but we're not here to shop. Oh, I thought I'd finally had a customer for a moment there. As if you were selling any of this in the first place. I'd like to get my claws on that speed. Like, if I ever get my claws on that bird. The map of the outside world. What does the extent of the Roman Empire mean? As for Tokyo and a picture of a red tower on it, just the idea of a tower such as the one here is amazing. Why is the 9 highlighted? 84, A Gap in Time. Dr. Kami Shirasawa and Miss Caved. A lot of strange books here. This is literally 1984. 30 locked with the key. There seems a bunch of suspicious things inside. I checked the pot. She found 10 gold. We're rich. She quietly placed it back inside the pot. It's a Buddha statue stored in a glass case. I think it could be used as dusting. What? Could use a dusting. So what is it? You want me to buy it? I'd like to ask about the kind of magic Miss Kurisama uses. Marisa? Yeah, please be frank and to the point. Miss Kurisama uses any kind of teleportation or telekinesis magic? No, I don't think so. She told me she doesn't like that kind of magic. Is that true? Can't be 100% certain, but for what it's worth, I've never seen her use anything like that. I've never seen her practice much of anything in the first place. I see. By the way, you two, rather than being the ones taking the pictures, have you considered being photographed yourselves? Huh? Well, I found an even better camera just the other day, and... Haven't you learned your lesson? I was only joking. Look at her, how cute she is. I clicked up the screen. Just forget about it, please. One more thing. Yes? Can I have your signature on this, please? What is it? I see. Okay, then. Court record has been updated. Damn, poor place the court record. Marisa has no special abilities. Should another game made you be this cute? True. You tear out a wall. We're back here? What's the matter, Aya? Is that Rumia over there? Uh-oh. It would appear so. I only see a pitch black circle, but I'm certain that's her. You check for sulfur residue. Flying around aimlessly as usual. Can't even see where she's going, can she? Uh-oh. I think she's gonna hit that tree. Seems that way. I love this face so much. I wish so. I need like on like that 7, like whatever those other sites are with the emotes. Like the better TV. I need that emote. But it's a with something. Go help her out, Momiji. I'd rather not. I don't want to be able to see her. Oh well, I guess we have no choice but to leave her there. Can't you help her out? Me? Help? Why? Oh yes, that's right. Hey, what's that supposed to... Huh? I wonder what that could be. I think it fell out of that tree. Must have been knocked loose from the crash. Omiji. Yes, yes. Once is enough. Yes. Don't draw it out like that. Yes. It's not a dull and lifeless, but it will do. So what is it? Looks like nothing more than a piece of cloth. Cloth? Yes, it's been singed too. I'm getting more and more Moko vibes by the second. Singed? That seems awfully suspicious to me. I'd never expect to stumble a piece of cloth. A piece of cloth, singed cloth at a crime scene like this. The trial's about to start. We still need to get ready, so it looks like this is all the investigation we can do today. We'll be okay. We haven't found any evidence that really helps our case. Nothing else we can do about that for now. We just have to figure out what we can use against the witness the prosecution has prepared. Moko. I need to pee. I'll be right back in a minute. Same day, defendant's waiting room. What's up? You two need coffee? We're just fine, thank you. What's the matter? You're talking like robots or something. Put simply, we're unable to find any conclusive evidence to prove you're innocent. What? Well, that may be true. We discovered a few things, but I'm not sure if they were exactly support our cause. Hey now, I told you I didn't do it this time. I know you didn't, but everyone else still thinks otherwise. There's evidence that points to you, but nothing that points to anyone else. You didn't have to spell it out for me. Well, in any case, please prepare yourself. This is gonna be a tightrope walking during a typhoon. What? Look at that! Look at that smug face. Hold on, look at this face. Do we have any chance of winning? Not as much as you giving up magic. Well, stranger things have happened. Stranger things? Like this case, for one. You're right about that. Like the trial's about to begin. Did you pick up the defense for Marisa under any circumstance? Any circumstance? Maybe not any. Hey, we're going dispatchily this time. I wanted Smug Remy again. Court is now in session. Half the defense and prosecution's peepees whacked. Both made their preparations. Preparations complete, Your Honor. Defense is also ready, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, may I have your opening statement, Miss Knowledge? Of course, Your Honor. The defendant is Miss Marisa Kurosame, being charged with larceny. The absconded article is a pot in the possession of Miss Aaron Yagakoro. The defendant was arrested in the vicinity of where the incident occurred soon after the theft. While she did not have the pot when she was arrested, she is the prime suspect due to the conditions of the crime and her criminal record. That is the synopsis of this case. Ooh, she's serious about this. This might be harder than I thought. So, the defendant is Miss Marisa Kurosame? Guilty. Oh, wait! What is it, Miss Shimaiburu? You dare to object to an Edma's ruling? No, that's not it. We did a debate about this. It's a trial, after all. What if the one who altered... What if the one who alerted the authorities is the one who actually did it? As usual, you have a way with words. Okay, if I pass judgment now, it wouldn't be much of a trial anyway. Can't believe I have to argue just to be able to defend. Now the defendant will approach the stand. Your name and occupation, if you please. Man, what's your deal? Rude as ever. You're one to talk. Like when Aki, like when you fight her as Marisa, and she's like, I will have to cut off your tongue. I'm Marisa Kurosame, a very ordinary magician. I can agree with the magician part. I don't think the very ordinary is quite right. You were apprehended on the afternoon of April 30th near Ian Day, is that correct? Yeah, pretty much. You were charged with larceny for stealing a pot. Is that also correct? If you're talking about why I was arrested, then yeah. I'm not the one who stole the pot, though. Just answer what you're asked. What's wrong with you? You don't need to be all snippy. This is bad. Miss Kurosame doesn't have any spell cards right now. Should I intervene for her? Intervene check? I rolled a 1. Okay, we're not going to intervene. No, I'm sure she can take it. Hey, aren't you looking out for me? What am I supposed to do here? Well, shit. I guess you can't. Well, the dice failed me. You're starting to scare me. Why are you snapping at them? Your target is supposed to be me. Can't you at least aim properly? Why, you little... Confident and won't hesitate to resort to taunts. This could definitely be tough. So I take it that the defense will be arguing the case for the defendant's innocence? Not so sure if they're even on the same page. What do you have to say, Mr. Mamoru? I truly believe in Marisa's innocence? Of course we do. The defense will not compromise in our pursuit of the truth. Yeah, that's where I like it. Knock him dead. Mere bravado won't get you anywhere. I love this arrogance. You look really cool there, Aya. Okay, if that is all, let's begin. Does the prosecution have a witness prepared? Naturally, and I believe that her testimony would be convincing and decisive. Go to the witness stand, please. Alright, now the real battle begins. I don't know who the witness is, but I have no choice but to go full speed ahead. I don't know if I'm supposed to be, like, happy or concerned. You know what I do get, though? I do get the choice of one of 3 random rare cards. Please tell the court your name and occupation, witness. Alice Marjatoy. I am a magician. A little old to be playing with dolls, aren't we? What does that have to do with anything? Just to bring it with her. I asked for your approval, Your Honor. Well, it shouldn't obstruct the proceedings, so I shall allow it. Thank you for your kind consideration, Your Honor. Now then, your testimony, witness. As long as I can leave soon afterwards. Dun dun. What I saw that day. On April 30th, I unexpectedly found myself near Iante. Pull up. Red cloth? Red cloth? She's guilty. I saw Marisa flying on her broom. Seemed she was in a hurry for some reason. Stealing is like second nature to her, so I didn't think twice about it. Oh, the smug, arrogant attitude of the is like, it was so perfectly done with Remy. I was concerned losing Remy for Patchy would get rid of it. I love this. I wasn't expecting a decisive eyewitness account like that. Can't find any holes in it either. I hope you've already prepared to go home. Will the defense cross-examine? Yes, of course we will. What else do you think we're going to do? Now she's mad. How'd you end up there? There's something I need to take care of in another forest. I was just passing by. He was the first one to notify us about the theft. How'd you know about the theft? Like, you're just walking by. It's like, how'd you know something was stolen unless you, like, go in and look? Next time Marisa flying on her broom. Where she was flying, looked like she was leaving from Iante the way I saw it. What was her behavior at the time? Well, hurry? Yes, I'm fairly certain she was flying as fast as she could. Really? That's because it was like second nature to her, so I didn't think twice about it. What makes you think that? You had the pot with her at the time, of course. You had the pot, you say? Ooh. That's kind of seductive. The witness told us exactly what she saw. I doubt she's leaving out any details. I think she's bribed. I believe so, too. Does the defendants have any further requests? Should I back off for now? What does it mean by request? I think I have to ask for the quest. I can't see anything else. I must be something to do with that, don't I? Okay. I'm gonna make a request. Of course I do, because I believe there's a definite contradiction in her testimony. Oh, I see. So I mean you have the evidence to the contrary? Yes, of course I have proof. Please present it then. Here it is, Your Honor. Gotta be that one, right? What? What do you mean the evidence of it's not in her possession? Isn't at all. There has to be something. It's not case file 1, which is obviously what makes the most sense here. Contradicting information to what she just said. She was walking by, she saw Marisa leaving quickly with the pot. There's no way it's the pot photograph. Not notebook. There's nothing in the notebook for. It's not this. We've already confirmed that. Arrested approximately 20 minutes after the incident occurred. She didn't make any comment about her being arrested. I don't know how this would be relevant. No comment was about the Hakuro or her power or anything was made. Is it just the... Nope, doesn't appear so. Nope. And I'm shooting blanks. Judgment to know your chest. I'm shooting blanks. It can't be this. It is. What? The defendant was arrested roughly 20 minutes after the theft occurred. Regardless of that, she didn't have the pot at the time. What? This is the part that thing I played that part. That's like the important bit of information that I literally threw at first. The defendant's a magician. Is it possible that she used magic to move it away? No, she could not have done that. I have here a signed statement from Mr. Morchika. He states that kind of magic is not the defense specialty. She possesses no ability to use magic based on teleportation or otherwise manipulating objects. Like I said, she was near the place, else she was moving at full speed. That's why she could not have committed the crime. Suppose you're one of those so-called bird brains. Should be obvious. The defendant couldn't conveniently whisk away the pot. This part of the witness's testimony is false. Which means at this point in time, I question the validity of her entire testimony. Well, what is the meaning of this? That's honestly what I saw. Please give us a more detailed testimony. I'd have to agree with the defense on this. Witness's testimony is entirely too vague. Doll blows up a wall. If steals it, the right fabric is from a doll, just my case. Clearly. I'm still suspicious of Moko. I can't believe this. Ah! What is the matter, witness? I'm very sorry, but I just remembered something very important. I hate women. Hey, add it to my testimony. Are you serious? Just that's on your initial testimony. I couldn't help it. I had forgotten about it, but now I remember what it was. Something. Would this be something to which I am not privy? So half and half. Once I say it, they will both know everything. It's more than just you and me in the room right now, you know. Don't worry so much. I hate women. Ugh. Nothing must be left unsaid. Give your complete testimony this time. Why this mix? Why is this theme playing? I mean, I'll take it. It's good. Yes, of course. I clicked off the screen. This is what I remembered. Oh, I conveniently just remembered. I only got a brief glimpse of her over my shoulder. That's why I was probably mistaken about her having the pot. Then I remembered something. I still call bullshit on that last one. Oh, she had the pot with her. Witness claims she didn't have the pot when she was arrested. Oh, that wasn't the thing. Me makes a different claim. She was 20 minutes late. Also, she didn't have the pot on her when she was arrested. Hello? But then I remembered something. Roll pot check. 5? Son of a bitch. Then I remembered something. The owner of Corndo made something that could move lost objects in the shop quickly. So I remembered that. I wonder why Miss Marisa was flying off in a different direction, holding something. Your testimony is a little unclear, but I understand what you want to say. Quite a bit that is new in the witness's testimony, so we must cover everything thoroughly. Everyone's prejudiced against Miss Kurisame is the biggest obstacle here. Easy. I can't entirely disagree either. Like baby raging again? Yeah, you should see me on Monday. It's only getting worse. Now, your cross-examination, Miss Shimaimoto, if you can, that is. Yes, I can. I only got a brief glimpse of her over my shoulder. That's probably... Oh yeah, it's this. Okay, start pressing. Mating press. When was this again? Just after the theft occurred. I heard an explosion too. My top suspect list is still currently Moko. I'm gonna lean away from Alice, but she's definitely up there. She's probably like number 2 on my list. Like, I'm putting like Moko 1, Alice 2, Tay 3rd right now. An explosion. I am not putting that dice roll as my emo. I talked about this earlier. I don't need to get back in this. I played Touhou 11 for like almost 2 hours earlier, and I had this rant plenty. Did you see the scene of the crime? Yes, I did, in fact. There was evidence of an explosion. I would think that the presence of burn marks would make that sufficiently clear. Iggy has red fabric too in her head. She did it. She can clone people, right? She can do her like her thing, which makes a copy of someone or something, right? So she just made a copy of Marisa and made her do it. Doesn't look like it'll get anything out of this line of questioning. But I was probably mistaken about her having the pot. Well, the thing about this, because like the explosion, yeah, but like her Hakuro, she did not have her Hakuro at the time, which makes me think maybe that's an argument to be thrown there. Mistaken. Yes, mistaken. I love this face. This is no small matter, you know. Well, excuse me for being mistaken. Is that enough? Does booze be sweet now? No. That's it? That's it? She's not a very pleasant person, is she? That's true. If alcohol was in the pot, then Suika's a high suspect. I'll put Suika at number 4 on the list right now. Then I remembered something. Women. What is it? I'm about to say it. You don't need to bother me like that. I'm gonna throw you off a cliff. Can't you wait quietly for even half a second? I know you like to go fast, but please have some consideration for the others. I love this smug Patchy, but I do miss the smug Remy. I do really miss that smug Remy. Like, it was so fitting for Remy. Grrr. So that's what you remembered. Well, it's supposedly only in its testing phase or something. We have a written testimony from him about that, so it's as good as testimony. A written statement. I say, is Mr. Renosuke really a friend or a foe? I remember that. I wonder why Marisa was flying in a different direction, holding something. And the something is the pot? Of course. But you don't know that for certain. In the same manner, you don't have proof that it wasn't the pot. Thanks for pointing that out, Miss Know-It-All. Any other pearls of wisdom you'd like to share? That all the progress the defense will, that this is all the progress the defense will be able to achieve. No, please wait, Your Honor. But you couldn't press any information out of her during your cross-examination, could you? That was how I saw it, too. There must be hinted something Miss Knowledge said. The problem isn't whether or not Mrs. Kurosami is smart enough to do it. A matter of character. That's what's preventing me from going anywhere. Now, she'll hand down my verdict. What now? Should I wait or raise objection? I mean, obviously we have to object. Objection? What's it this time, defense? You should know when to pull back. You should never pull back until the last possible second. That's something all Tengu know. What are you saying? I'm still going at full throttle for the truth. You're an amusing one. I appreciate the compliment, but may I get to my point? If you would. Then, first of all, Miss Margitoid, you mentioned this in your testimony. I heard an explosion, too. What about it? Seems that, to me, that was a mistake. Why would it be a mistake? I believe the prosecution has already realized why. Miss Marjothroyd, why'd you say that? You gave them an opening! Anyway, Your Honor. What is it? As you have heard, the witness testified to hearing an explosion. That is new testimony. Ah! She gave new testimony, so it'd be only right to have her amend it to her current testimony. Yes, you are indeed correct. So, witness, please give us your testimony concerning this matter. And I hope you say everything this time. This will be your last chance, or else you have your pee-pee whacked. I heard a loud explosion. That's how I noticed Marisa. I don't know if she was using her lasers or missiles, but the important thing is it was Marisa. Doesn't seem like there are any problems this time. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. But of course we're gonna cross-examine. Because if I don't, it's all over. I mean, her lack of having the Hawker on her is pretty obvious. That's what it wants to be the answer, but this game likes to do double backing in what's actually the answer. I heard a loud explosion. Mating press. An explosion? You saw the crime scene, didn't you? The wall was reduced to a pile of rubble. I saw it, but are you sure that's what it was? Who would cause an explosion in broad daylight? You don't think that kind of behavior is suited to Miss Kirisame? I shouldn't answer that while she herself is here. It doesn't look like she could say no either. So you didn't notice she was there until then? Exactly. I wouldn't have turned to look if I didn't hear anything. Simply the principle of the matter. Who wouldn't look in that situation? Even if you say that. Can't say that I'm wrong, though. So frustrating. If Miss Kirisame were more of a mild citizen, this wouldn't be nearly so hard. I can tell she's getting impatient. Stay calm, take advantage of her carelessness. Yeah, we're looping. I mean, my instinct is just to shoot file number 3 on this statement. Okay. Oh, my instinct actually paid off for once. I finally caught you, Miss Alice Marjothroyd. Well, what do you mean? Were you listening to my testimony? Yes, and what you're basically saying is that the one who broke down the wall was the defendant, correct? Yes, isn't it obvious? It certainly seems obvious, but it's wrong. What? In that case, what did happen, Miss Shimaimuru? I would like to submit new evidence to explain that, Your Honor. New evidence at this point? What is it that would make you wait till now to submit such a thing? That would be this! This is... Oh no! Oh yes! I have a written statement from the owner of Corn... Oh. That at this time, the defendant's symbol of destruction from Mini Hakuro is not in her possession. Unbelievable! I was unaware of such a development. Not exactly a secret. I love Wind God Girl. Both the defendant and the owner of Korendo informed me of this fact. But, Your Honor! Even if she didn't have her silly little toy, the defendant could have still easily used some other kind of magic to destroy the wall. Yes, I think so too. Does the defense have proof to the contrary? This is the big one. Yeah, she doesn't have any abilities. Right? I assume that's the evidence they want me to use here. What do you mean? I mean, I can't see what else would possibly be evidence if not for that. That seems like obvious evidence. So I'm just gonna say no. Have another witness prepared. No, because we didn't expect our current witness to be so ineffective. Then I have reached a conclusion. I would like the prosecution to gather new evidence and prepare a new witness. Understood, Your Honor. I believe the defense also needs time to find new evidence and further build upon their case. I appreciate the assistance, Your Honor. Brings today's proceeding to a close. I'd like everyone to make thorough preparations for tomorrow. Court adjourned. Really? Please, you gotta prove me innocent. I'm only human, you know? I can feel my life getting shorter by the second in there. You have no room to complain. It's only hard for us because everyone's negative preconception of you. Well, I don't think it matters that much. You did pretty good defending me in there too. Thanks a lot. Keep it up tomorrow too. Well, back to the old cell for me. Excuse me, taking that pretty well. But you did it, Aya. You managed to extend the trial for another day. It kind of feels like delaying the inevitable. Don't worry, just keep trying, we'll be fine. I thought you were really cool today, too. Really? Oh my gosh. They should kiss. Oh, this ship's all... The ship? Oh my goodness. This ship's already set sail. Might as well ride it out to the end. That's the spirit. May 2nd, 7:28 a.m. Shamaimuru and Co. Law Office. Well, where are we going first, Aya? I'm pretty excited today, Momiji. Of course I am. Today's trial started earlier than it did yesterday, so we need to hurry up and find more evidence. Well, that is true, but I don't think that we had to get up this early. Anyway, what should we focus on today? Well, we need to find some better evidence so we don't get stuck like we did yesterday. Okay, we still have all the same evidence as before. Where exactly we get stuck? Miss Margitoy, do you remember her testimony, don't you? Yes, and I thought it was full of lies. That's what you thought too, right? Definitely. It felt way too unnatural. Especially about the explosion. Why'd she have to lie? Is there any other way we can find out? Of course, Momiji. Testimonies filled with falsehoods can provide a wealth of information. Huh? You know why people tell lies? I haven't the slightest idea. They lie to hide the truth, plain and simple. Of course, there are times where people lie for no reason, but this time is different. When that many sets of ears are present, I know anyone could lie without a reason. This is gonna take over an hour, isn't it? Oh no. I suppose you're right. Here's a quick question. What is the opposite of a lie? That'd be the truth, right? Exactly, which means that Alice did not want the truth to be revealed. I think I'm beginning to understand now. If we know what Alice is lying about and prove it with evidence, it'll show to the court that her testimony is completely unreliable. Excellent answer. Keep it up and I might even let you write an article or two. Do you mean it? Maybe. Oh... Go to the jail. Roll for jail check. I rolled an 11. Yo, is she just naturally energetic? What's with the long face? You aren't the one in the slammer. Well, I'm still feeling awfully restricted. You just gotta know how to take the good with the bad, the bright with the dark, and the counter bombs with the clip deaths. Miss Kurisame said that you didn't steal the pot. However, Miss Marjotroy did nothing but try to paint you as the criminal with her testimony. You know I should do that? If I did, I'm pretty sure I would have mentioned it already. Yes, I suppose you're right. If you think hard enough, you'll remember something. Well, like what Alice pulled in court yesterday? Ahaha! Yes, just like her. There's no laughing matter, Momiji. Aw. To be perfectly honest with you, I got no idea. Maybe Alice just felt like lying. You do think she was lying, correct? Yeah, she's gotta be. Mostly because that isn't how I remember things at all. I just don't get why. I see. Sorry, I couldn't help you out any. It's alright, I guess. But you simply being the defendant wasn't helping to begin with. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I got it now. I remembered something. You remember just like what? Or just like that? You bet we humans can do anything when we're serious. What do you think, why do you think Miss Marjotroy said what she did? If we know, we should be able to solve everything at once. No, wait a moment, that's not it. Awa? I can't tell you why I think Alice said what she did. What? Oh, disappointing. Could you guys make up your mind? One minute you're raring to go, and the next minute no drive at all. Well, I just happen to ride like the wind, literally and metaphorically. Now you're starting to worry me. Anyway, even if it does help you any, I remembered something I can tell you about. Or if it doesn't help you any. Might as well hear what it is. It was about 3 days ago. I was picking mushrooms in the forest. Forest? You mean the forest of magic, right? Yep. Mushrooms were there to make some good ingredients for my magic. Anyway, back to my story. Suddenly I heard this explosion out of nowhere. Explosion? So loud it probably would have been enough to take out that wall at Yinte. And just so you know, I wasn't able to use magic then either. Yes, I was certain of that. Although I would have asked just to make sure. Wow, you're amazing, Aya. I have asked just to make sure. What's the matter? Why are you two looking at me like that? Was it something I said? Don't worry about it. I think that's why you hesitated a bit just after I told you, right? Momiji! Why are you glaring at me? Whatever, let's just get back on track. What about the explosion? From where did you hear it coming? Give me a sec. I need to think about it. I'd say pretty close to the lake, probably. It was deeper in the forest from where I was hunting mushrooms. Smack dab between my place and Alice's place. A straight shot from Corino, somewhere around there. Some rather vague directions. Did you go to the lake to see for yourself? You think I wanted to get close to that? You should be able to find it if you're flying. Alright then, we'll continue our investigation there. I hope I find something. I'm starting to get tired from being cooped up like this. I want to fly around in my broom and drink some tea with Reimu again. I want to investigate every last square inch. So for the characters game, yeah, it's very, very, very nice. So, Moko is still prime suspect in my eyes. Same day, Corindo. Hello, anyone home? This store doesn't seem to be terribly popular. He didn't even lock the door. Seems he stepped out. He really should have locked the door in that case. I bet that Reimu often takes a couple things with her when she sees it like this. Well, it serves him right. Bunch of books of questionable content mixed in with the shelf of serious books. I want to be the Pirate King. Well, I guess we're going to the Yinte Outer Wall. I don't know if I'll finish the trial today. See how long it takes. Looks like they haven't even started repairing it yet. Because they don't want anyone to touch it until the trial's over. Hope we can wrap it up today, otherwise I won't be able to have the article ready for in time for the next issue. I think your priorities are a little out of order. Momiji. Yes? Really don't think there's much we can do. I'd like to take a closer look at that pile of rubble. I don't think it's much of an issue, though. Didn't Miss Izuyoi and the other police maids inspect it already? I suppose, but I'm not sure if they're entirely used to their role yet. I'm almost positive they overlooked something. I just know there's something still in there that we can tie to the real culprit. Why are you so confident? Why do you feel like you could just assume that? When I came here on the first day, they were in the middle of investigating, weren't they? I believe so. We talked with Miss Izuyoi, too. Between then and now, not a single pebble has been moved. Huh. Trust me, my photographic eyes are as good as my camera, or as any camera. There's no evidence of rubble being moved. The possibility of something still being buried underneath it is extremely high. If you say that, won't it be overstepping our boundaries as the defense? You don't understand at all. Even though I'm acting as a defense attorney, I still have the hard-hitting investigative skills of a reporter. I'm completely in my element. Ah, now that you mention it, you're right. Now, you see, in that case, let's put our skills into use. And by our, I mean your. Need you keep looking around. Don't get sloppy now. Why? You're not gonna help me? If we don't split up, we'll never make it in time. You don't even have to think about it. Just dig around until nothing's left. Oh. No, wait, please don't touch that. You'll make me lose my place. Oops, sorry about that. Go to forest entrance. Sometimes you have to destroy evidence to make evidence. Oh, forest entrance. I sure wish someone would come along. Ah, Mr. Morchika, hey. Oh, what are you doing here, Miss Shimaiburu? I could ask you the same thing. I'm just taking a bit of a walk. You don't say. Oh yes, may I ask you a few questions? Sure, why not? Did you happen to hear an explosion in the forest approximately 3 or 4 days ago? Excuse me? Would you happen to know anything about it? Of course I know. That was me. Pardon? Huh? Yeah, I was testing this. What exactly is that? They call it Igniting Cloth. It's an original product I plan to sell eventually. Okay, suddenly my my Moko suspicions have dropped. See, I'm not like suspicious of Renosuke, but my main reason for suspecting Moko has suddenly dropping as more characters are potentially involved in this problem. By using a special kind of magic, the cloth is rubbed together forcefully and produces heat. How are you developing this product? Well, mostly as a way to easily light firewood. However, there's a problem with its strength, so it's not really ready for practical use yet. There's the problem. It's simply too much too intense. During that trial, just a small square produced a huge explosion. If I weren't testing it by the lake, it likely would have turned out much worse. Have you sold it to anyone yet? Another question. I'd never sell something so dangerous. However... Well, I was testing it. A few sheets were carried by a gust of wind. What? I recovered all but 4 or 5 sheets. Still, it requires the same temperature to ignite as gunpowder. I don't think there'll be any injuries. There could be more out there. I'm speechless at your lack of concern. I still think Moko's my number 1. That doesn't matter right now. Would you say that's powerful enough to break down a wall? If there are 2 sheets, it might be strong enough. Why'd you make something so dangerous? I'm sorry. I didn't think it'd be that powerful. But at least I have something to measure it by. If anyone else will find the other sheets. Take my notebook. Clicking up there. Where do I need to go? They took her in for interrogation. What is the last thing I need to click? Wait. I have to revisit Corando. Hello, anybody home? Look like it. This black underwear. Hmm. Would this happen to be a piece of an igniting cloth? Yes, but how exactly did you get it? Oh, it was just floating on the wind. Probably shouldn't tell him just in case. It's been burned already, but I thought that the sheets that were blown away hadn't been ignited yet. Looks like there's a lot more room for improvement than I initially thought. Important part isn't about how much is left, but the firepower. The record has been updated. It's about time I return to my store. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to stop by and ask. Yukari's underwear found in corridor. Oh, yeah, I told you, Renosuke is, getting with Yukari. Could you tell me, how to get, to the lake before you leave? Go straight and all the way down this path. Thank you very much. Farewell. And a forest lakeside. No one's going to mistake this for anything bigger than a lake, that's for sure. Oh, could that be? Should be able to fly up there and take it. Great, this should help me out quite a bit. Nighting cloth placed in court record. Slightly damp for some reason. Oh. Big tree. I wonder how... Okay, is there anything else? Oh. We go back here and she's done. Yeah, it looks like she's probably done. Dig anything up yet, Momiji? I'm so tired. What'd you find? I looked under every rock, every last rock. Here's what I found. What is this? It's like a button that broke off something. If you look there, you look here, there's a bit of burned string connected to it. Button of string. Doesn't look like much, but anyway, you did a fine job, Momiji. And that's pushing it's pushing Alice up and up more and more the suspect list. Suddenly she's just risen drastically. Do you mean it? Yep, you did be proud. I had a feeling you could work hard today. Hehehe. Collected a lot of new evidence today. Aya, shouldn't we start preparing for the trial? Oh, is it time already? Hold on. It's Touhou Moko. I want her suspender art from... the later games. I want her imperishable artwork. Buttons. Looks like there's buttons on it. Not really. I think I need to take a bath first, so please go on ahead of me. Not to take too long, and I need to get ready of my snelf. I'm just placing court record. Blue button. I made Luigi all the hard work, yeah. That's what you do. You make your sidekick do all the work. Defendant's waiting room. Okay, I'm gonna go, but like I'm gonna keep going in this, but like I don't know how long my energy is gonna last. Alright, it's finally time. If we can't reach a verdict today, we'll hate ourselves in the morning. Why is that? Today's the deadline for this trial. Oh, so that's it. Hey, you guys think you're up for it? Of course we are. I'll put everything I have into proving you innocent. Otherwise, it wouldn't make for a good article. Well, aren't we sure of ourselves today? Does that mean you found some convincing evidence? Without a doubt. I'd like to know where you get all that confidence from. Well, if I weren't confident, I couldn't be a reporter. If I use what I found properly, they will be our trump cards. I won't hope for too much, but I can't do nothing but wait it out. Trial's starting now. Whatever happens, I'm sure it'll turn out just fine. Sounded kind of pessimistic to me. Who is she? Is that Moko in the background? Second day of the trial of Miss Kurosame is now in session. In session. I think that's a typo. Both sides made their preparations. Preparations complete, Your Honor. Defense is also ready, Your Honor. Excellent. May I have your opening statement, Miss Patchouli? Of course. I wonder how she'll start off today. Because she's already settled on today's course of action, though. Here's the prosecution's opening statement. During the previous trial, we were unable to reach a decision concerning Miss Kurosame, so we investigated once again. First, we questioned the defendant. As theft is part of the defendant's habitual activities, we also analyzed her past heights for patterns in her movements. Finally, we also have a problem with the boastful statements in the Bunbun Mario's newspaper claiming, "I'm only borrowing them." I actually finally decided to use that article I wrote about Miss Kurosame stealing from her library. In actuality, nothing that she claims to have borrowed that suited her personal taste has yet to be returned to the original owners. The defendant is naturally suspicious for the aforementioned reason, say nothing of the eyewitness account. In the fact that she was arrested immediately after the theft occurred, we have nothing to gain by not declaring her guilty. Also, while the testimony of Miss Alison Majeroid has a number of issues, she still notified the authorities immediately after the incident occurred. That much is indubitably correct, certain. In summation, the prosecution will continue to pursue the guilty verdict of Miss Kurosame. That is all. You don't think she's upset, do you? A thorough investigation indeed. Now, Miss Shimaru. Yes? You have any objections to her statement? No, not at the moment, Your Honor. Seems to be mostly a statement of opinion. Very well. Your Honor, may I call the first witness? Yes, you may. Bailiff, please whack this man's pee-pee. Please lead the witness to the stand. She's back. She's back. Witness, your name and occupation, please. My name ain't Witness, it's Chirno. Then just your occupation, please. The occupation? She said it properly. Fairy, I guess. Please do not bother with her, Miss Knowledge. It appears she has forgotten about her previous experience here. Acknowledged. Acknowledge? That's just like her name! What I saw. Yeah, I remember what happened, Dan. Oh, not this again. Marisa would dare, Alice was dare, and I was dare. I need to go to bed. I can't deal with this. Marisa came flying from Iante. Alice turned to look at her. I can remember all that because I'm a genius. Oh, so that would happen. Or should I say, what a fine performance. She was reluctant to tell us that much. I'm not sure if you can get any kind of response out of this witness, but your cross-examination, please. What's that supposed to mean? Yes, I understood. I saw. I'd like to know what you remembered. I'm still getting there, you know. Wait till I'm done talking, idiot. Even more shocking coming from her. You sure about that? Of course I am. You can trust me on this. Asking for quite a lot. But she is the one giving testimony, so unless you have proof she is mistaken, you have no choice but to believe her. Marisa was there, Alice was there, and I was there.
Currently have nothing to the contrary.
When did you see her? About the same time as the explosion. Are you really sure about that? I wish you would not confuse the witness with such questions. Objection sustained. If you have any problems with the testimony, please present evidence. Yes, I understand. I shouldn't need proof to show that didn't happen. I doubt you were near Iente at that time either. Alice turned to look at her. So you said her, you mean Miss Kirisame, is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, I also remember one of the dolls disappearing too. Wow, I'm such a genius I amaze myself sometimes. I heard nothing of the sort. I didn't say that before? No, you didn't. However, I can still support that statement. Your Honor, I have evidence to submit along with her testimony. Very well. This is doll. Blue cloth. There should be blue buttons. The doll delivered to the SDM held a letter describing the sequence of events during the incident. So this is the doll that disappeared during that time. Correct. As you can see, it is holding a letter concisely stating good. Miss Kurisame's name and the circumstances of the theft. To buy an Alice doll, be honest? I don't know. I mean, I do like dolls. I just don't. I don't. Maybe. I feel like dolls more than probably most people. At least most guys my age. I don't know. I feel like I'm more likely than most people, but because of that doll. But like dolls that like move and talk. That's potentially like I don't know. Because of that doll, we were able to dispatch our force to location. I see. If I may say something, I sympathize with the defense. Thank you very much, Your Honor. Oh, sorry. However, it doesn't feel like you're making any new developments. Prosecution agrees, Your Honor. Any further cross-examination is futile. This eyewitness report corroborates with the actions of the defendant. The court also thinks so. I believe I am ready to hand down my verdict. Any objections, Ms. Shimaiburu? I need to think fast so I get the appearance all over. Yet another half-hearted objection, Ms. Shimaiburu. I was able to properly cross-examine the witness. However, something that happened during the cross-examination caught my attention. What would that be? Well, I'd like testimony on the new fact that was revealed just a short while ago. New fact? You said something about it too, didn't you? About the disappearing doll. Once I realized what the witness meant and submitted his evidence, that was settled. Indeed. No, I'm afraid not. While you did submit that doll as evidence, you did not tie it to the witness's testimony. What do you mean by that? Juno, do you remember the color of the doll that disappeared? Pretty sure it was a yellowish kind of color. I'm glad to hear that unexpected answer. Now please look at the doll submitted as evidence. Oh? That's right, this time we know that the doll Chirino-san and the doll in evidence have nothing to do with each other. Ooh. No matter how you look at it, this doll is almost entirely clad in blue. Which means it cannot be the same doll. What is the meaning of this? So where's the yellow doll Chirno-san? That is currently unknown. At the very least, we have verified that Chirno's account is likely false. Quite a troubling development. And there's one more troubling fact. Sending out the doll with the letter at the same moment as the explosion is entirely unbelievable. You would need to be able to stop time like Detective Izuyoi. Now, Chirno, why were you unable to remember that? I imagine it's not every day you see Miss Kurosame departing from an explosion like that. Huh? Of course, I wasn't watching Marisa. I was looking at Alice. Huh? What? I love her on the box. But new ears. Ooh, new mix. I was looking at Alice because I felt like it. What is that supposed to mean? It don't mean nothing. Or nothing? I just really like her. Whoa! Another Chirno X Alice. Ooh. Getting... There's definitely something strange going on here. Order! Order in the court! Wait. This is a PC98 theme. This is stage 5? Mystic Square, right? I recognize this from Devil of Decline first, and then I pivoted. Fucking love this theme. Oh, it's so good! At any rate, I didn't know you were interested in that kind of thing, Chirno. I didn't know you swing that way. What kind of thing? Is there a problem with liking Alice? I mean, it's Pride Month. I guess. Uh-oh. Whoa, we got some ships going on here. While I don't entirely comprehend the situation, it's clear that Chirno is not exactly focused on the incident. The judge seems pretty shaken, but I can't blame her. I am too. Like Alice, no way, yeah. He may have caused some discord.
Oh, that's just like the application for talking with people. Oh my gosh!
I believe that the witness is sincere in her words. I guess so. From her general description of the defendant's action, they add credibility to the fact that Miss Kurosame was the culprit. Oh no, I need to make a move here. Who's that person? Let's go aggressive. Your Honor! What is it, Miss Shimaimuru? The defense would like to call someone to the witness stand. Oh, I see. What do you think, Miss Knowledge? Well, they announced it in an ungainly manner. They must have some reason. If they have a convincing candidate in mind, I shall allow it. Very well. Now, Miss Shimaimuru, name your witness. Fuck. Shit, well, it's gotta be Renosuke or else we're fucked. In a world it could be Alice? I doubt it. Why'd you choose this person? The shit. Do I need to call somebody, or is this a bad line of thinking? I'm gonna say it's a bad line of thinking. Oh, it's not a bad line of thinking. I have to pick the right line of thinking, but... Evidence! It must be evidence. Is there a world I could even call for Marisa? There's no way it's you two. Not Renosuke. Why would I call Patchouli? Why would I call Aki? I could see it being Alice. I don't know why I'd call Aaron. I don't think Sakia could. Question, like, can I even call Marisa? It's gotta be like Alice. Yeah, take that. I wish to call Miss Alice Marjorie to the stand. Help me out, yeah. What are you talking about? She gave us her testimony the day before. Yes, I recall that. However, there were many unanswered questions about it. She told many unnecessary lies, and I wish to know how she complicated this case even further. Her testimony did have a number of discrepancies, and she seemed to misjudge quite a few things. That is not all. But I want her to give a proper testimony was to think that today I could put to rest why she gave such a flimsy testimony yesterday. The defense believes that there was a specific reason to her falsified testimony. Very well. But, Your Honor! As an Enma, I cannot bear falsehoods. I'd like to know what happened for her to resort to such words. Thank you very much, Your Honor. Now, the court will take a recess period. During that time, please summon the witness, Miss Knowledge. Acknowledged. Court is now in recess. Yay, recess!
Oh, my music!
Okay, it is interesting. If this game has a PC-98 theme, it's not the most unlikely that potentially there could be a PC-98 character in this game. Copium. We're gonna get Mima, right? Cope. Well, it feels like we're hanging on by the skin of our teeth. Indeed! We still have one more hurdle to clear. If we can't do that, all our work will be for nothing. Just please do it somehow, I'm begging you. Yeah, but I'm almost spent. You were still amazing out there, Aya. I knew you could make it this far. You say so. Those humans are really amazing ones. Some even do this for a living. I'm going a little bit further, but like I'm running out of juice for today. If this trial takes more than like another 15 minutes, I might have to call her because like I'm not confident in this trial not last another 45 minutes to an hour. This is tough enough as a yokai. You might say that. Looks like they're about to resume the trial. Alright, I'll give it everything I got. Boish. Trial's now back in session. What of the witness, Miss Knowledge? We've called for her as requested. Please enter the courtroom, witness. What is the meaning of all this? Why have I been called here yet again? It has to do with the matter of your testimony the previous day. It was unsatisfactory. I simply misunderstood the situation. What else do you expect from me? Unfortunately, Miss Marjorie, I don't think that is the case. What did you say? Everyone, settle down now. Anyway, I also have questions about your testimony. I hope you'll be able to resolve these concerns for your sake. Alright then. Now then, Miss Shimaimaru, about what did you wish for her to testify? For the witness to testify? First, I'd like to hear about the order of events. Tell us what you did during the incident once more. I'll be sure to mention when you sent your doll as well. Let's hear your testimony on the matter. I don't think it'll be worth the effort, though. Witness testimony. My movements during the incident. I saw Marisa in the same moment I saw the explosion. Then I promptly sent word to the Scarlet Devil Mansion. I summarized the event on a slip of paper, set it there using one of my dolls. The doll I sent is the same one being held as evidence. Okay, that I think is true. It seems similar to Chino's testimony, does it not? Did a better job this time, but there must be something I can use to call her out. I'd like to begin my cross-examination now. Nata! You said as much in your testimony yesterday. Of course. Please refrain from such useless statements. Why didn't you mention this yesterday? Well, since I was the one who first informed them of the incident, I thought it went without saying. Can you give us more details about how you contacted them? I was about to do so. Stop bothering me like that. I know you're the fastest Getsokyo, but you need to learn when to be patient. You did all this as soon as you could. Yes, even though it happened suddenly, I was able to do it quickly. I didn't have much time, so I might have made some mistakes in my haste. It says, Yente, theft, Marisa, pot. That's about right. So all this happened at roughly the same time as the explosion? Should the explosion happen, she goes in, steals, then comes out? Like, wouldn't there be a period of time after the explosion before she comes out of the explosion? Unless she, like, broke in, then exploded her way out, but why would you do that? When you could just leave via the previous method. Right, didn't Shirno mention that in her testimony too? Is this another dead end? What's this line of thinking? Wrong, Miss Marjotroid. What? Shirno's testimony was faulty. Huh? Well, what do you mean by that? In Shirno's testimony, she said that the doll you sent at the same time as the explosion was yellow. This doll is blue. Which means that it could not have been this doll. And then Shirno said that you sent the doll at the exact same time as the explosion. Doesn't matter how many mistakes you would have made. There's absolutely no way you could write that fast. Ah! It's just gonna be Alice as the one who did it? So care to explain what happened to the yellow doll that you released at the same time as the explosion? But that's... You can't say, can you? No, I can. The yellow doll flew back to my house. Well, how convenient. Yellow doll, do a flying check. Roll for a flying check. I rolled a 7. What? Your house? Yeah, my house. I just finished my shopping at that time. I didn't want anything to get dirty from the debris, so I sent it home ahead of me. So in Chira's testimony, she's absolutely correct. She saw that the doll that I sent to my house. I mean, sure, but that doesn't make any explanation for this blue doll. Of course, then I quickly wrote a letter for another doll to send to the mansion right after. How convenient! But that means you let Miss Kurosame escape. Her room seemed to be behaving oddly. She was forced to land soon after. This isn't at all like something that we were bringing up earlier. Playing the part of the game for the testimonies to be stupid. I mean, the whole thing is that people are giving testimonies. You have to, like, pick them apart and figure what's wrong, right? He's correct on that matter. The defendant was on foot when she was arrested. She was carrying the broom, but it wasn't carrying her. No way. That's as far as I'm gonna get. Don't give up now, turn your point of view about the situation. Turn about? Wrong enough. What do you mean? The wrong enough. truth in a way, and not a stupid saying the wrong stuff way. I mean, there was a bit of that in the last one. There also is definitely some of that here. Right? Like, I think some of this is Alice playing fair game, but I think some of this is just Alice playing turnabout. Yes, that's right. For example, I can't think of any right now, but just think about the situation in reverse. Reverse, that's right. Maybe I asked about this. I mean, why was it so sudden? What does that mean? What does it mean? Why was it so sudden? I'm really curious what that means. Okay. Cloth goes off, it touches other cloth, right? Pretty sure it says something about going off with... Yeah, it will create a loud explosion when ignited. It just says ignited. I'm pretty sure, like, he mentioned it needed heat. Which is kind of why I, like, thought of, like, Moko, even after this was brought up. Oh. I believe we might be mistaken about one of the biggest assumptions in this case. And what would that be, pray tell? Yes, I'd like to know as well. Just why exactly was there an explosion in the first place? Why are you bringing that up now? Wasn't it caused by the defendant as a means of escape? Thinking about it normally, that would appear to be the case. However, I think we need to escape from our preconceived notions of the defendant. So what are you saying? Nah, I think it's time to put on a bit of show. I'll make my own explosion. Explosion of words. It's as simple. How would the defendant have entered the premises? Huh? Critical hit. It was super fake. I'm sure she's on the ropes now. Ah, I can't believe this. I refuse to believe this. I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to imply here. That's right, it'd be utter nonsense for her to create an explosion while escaping. She makes her entrance with a bang, swiftly strikes her target, and then takes the loot. That's Miss Kirasame's style. Oh, you are certainly right about that. I saw that photo of her flaunting her spoils on her broom in that Boon Boon Mario's newspaper. Thank you very much for being a subscriber, Your Honor. But anyway, Miss Marjotride, Miss Kirasame's usual behavior and your testimony do not match up at all. Which means your testimony is fundamentally flawed. Ah! What? Oh, Tony. Roll a dice roll check. I rolled a 2. Yeah, that's not enough. Aren't you making assumptions of your own now? Huh? It is true that your theory is rather credible. However, it only negates Miss Marjotride's testimony. It has no bearing on the defendant's guilt. If you see the hole in the wall at the scene of the crime, there doesn't appear to be a contradiction to me. Contradiction? That's what was said. Yeah, yes, that's right. Marisa must have done it, and I've just remembered that. And I just now remembered that. Well, even though this is my second time here, are you still gonna call me a liar? She's so tired, she's practically in pain. Be quiet, you. That's true. How did you plan on proving that Alice was lying in her testimony? I was about to show the court. That's why I would like for her to give her testimony again. I've said it. There's no going back. You sure to give her testimony? Considering what? Business, and you need to sell everything. The defendant's flight and tail. Oh. Oh, no, we'll be back. Fine, I have nothing to lose. Let's have your testimony. I'd like for this to be the last one. Well, I might have been mistaken. I think Marisa was heading towards Iante at the time. I didn't notice anything until the explosion occurred. That's when I contacted Sky Devil Mansion. How's that? I see. That makes your testimony more consistent with the events. It shouldn't even be a problem as far as time is concerned. What will the defense do? I believe they will right to cross-examine any and all testimony, of course. Please begin. Ooh. This is also PC98, right? Is this Yuka? I'm not very familiar with Yuka's theme. Can't quite put word on it. This is 100% PC98. I think it's Yuka, but I'm not guaranteed. Did. The unused cloth is interesting to me. Why that would be relevant. It's button and string. You're sure about that? The problem, show me proof that I'm wrong. Just heading towards Iante. Is that acceptable? Thank you very much. We're supposed to heading towards Iante at the time. Just anything until the explosion occurred. You're still insisting that you noticed the explosion. Why wouldn't I? I'm so sure about that. Maybe I should press harder. It's not pressed right now. Was it all over after the explosion? Only one explosion, so I would say so. However, there's quite a bit of smoke as a result. Well, I would think that would be a given. Only one explosion. I mean, he said you needed like 2 of them? Probably blow up a wall? But you'd blow them both up at the same time, so I don't think that would change anything. Plus, there's not like there's anything held for that. So I'm leaning towards this. If any proof that wasn't you who set out the explosion. I don't make explosives that powerful, but Marisa can use magic mushrooms to do things like that. Stay, I can use this bit of testimony. Your Honor, the defense requests that the witness add to her testimony. Add what? I revealed new information during the cross-examination just now. It was about what the witness stated that she doesn't make explosives strong enough to break walls. I'd like her to add that to her testimony. Yes, you are correct. You're correct? Typo! Typo! Excuse me, this game's unplayable. Witness, please add that part to your testimony. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, it's all or nothing now. Etc. Well, I might have been mistaken. I think Marisa was saying towards DNT at the time. I didn't notice anything until the explosion. Of course, the explosion was not my doing. I simply have no means of doing so. That's when I contacted the Scarlet Devil Mansion. How's that? That's satisfactory, Miss Shimaru? Yes, absolutely, Your Honor. I shall continue my cross-examination. Okay, so that's just the same. I just want to make sure this is the same. You sure you know where starting that explosion? If nothing else, I couldn't have used Danmaku or anything like that, correct? Suppose you're right about that. Do I just present the cloth? Forgot to press present and then select the cloth. Oh, that appears to be bad. I mean, it's clearly, like, the evidence, but, like, it's just, like, how do I actually, like, present it? Unless it's supposed to be this. Right? Yeah, okay, it was that. It was just the other one. Ah, at long last, I've got you. What? Your line of thought is that the defendant can use explosives, but you cannot. Is that right? Of course, it's simple process of elimination. If I couldn't have done it, and Chirno couldn't have done it, who else does that leave? Unfortunately, that's not the case. How many times do you have to say that before you comprehend such a simple... This knowledge, I know what I'm doing. I have new evidence I'd like to present to the court. What was that? Oh, you surprised us once again. This is one of those so-called trump cards. It's far more powerful than any normal trump card. In a manner of speaking, anyway. Now, witness, would you happen to recognize this? What is that? Well, why would I remember every little piece of cloth I see? What is that piece of cloth? This is an original invention by the owner of Korondo called igniting cloth. Igniting cloth? Exactly. Rub or strike it hard enough and it will ignite. However, it is currently undergoing testing, and at the moment, it will explode when ignited. I'd appreciate it if you didn't bring such dangerous things into the courthouse. Please do not worry, it is harmless right now. It only ignites when it reaches the same temperature as gunpowder, so there is no danger of it igniting in open air. How'd you learn of such a thing? Regardless, you have no proof it was used in that explosion. Unfortunately for you, I do have proof. What? I found this at the scene of the crime. If you compare it to the undamaged cloth, you can tell it's of the same kind. Indeed, the material feels the same, but this piece has been singed. I take it that means this cloth has already been ignited. Very perceptive. It was recovered at the scene of the crime, so there's no doubt it was used in the explosion. The fact that this is singed makes it clear. Ugh. When I consulted the owner of Korondo, he said that a number of sheets were blown away, and he was unable to recover them all. So I imagine she was able to obtain them in that manner. I see, with this cloth, anyone could create an explosion. Exactly. Even if that is the case, there's something I don't understand. Where's the proof that I did it? You're right, I did not think that would be enough to prove you did it beyond a shadow of a doubt, but here's the evidence that will tie tie up this case nice and neat. The, In addition to the singed cloth, these are the other things I found at the scene of the crime. Now, Miss Marjotroid, may I compare this with the doll you are currently holding? Ah! What's the problem, witness? The way I see it, the material in this string is similar to the material in the doll you're holding. I'd like to confirm my theory. No, I will not let you! Why not, witness? Your denial is the same as testimony. Oh, what? It was a long journey, but we finally reached the end. Your Honor, may I present my personal opinion? Proceed. I believe that Miss Marjotroid made a doll using the igniting cloth. She doesn't usually carry that doll with her when she leaves her house. However, it's the one she had... It's the one she has been carrying for the last 2 days. I believe that the doll that is currently in evidence is the one she usually carries, and it gives her a sense of security, is that right? Yes, it's just as you say. I didn't expect to be driven to quarter like this either. I imagine it must be difficult for you to admit that, Miss Marjotroid. If you were dealing with a more wily fox, they might have used that to their advantage, although I can't say our defense was terribly gracious. Oh, now that's not fair. You're taking all the good lines. Ah, stop picking on out. Why? Chirno, where did you come from? If you want to fight, I'm right here, bird brain. Huh? Why can't you tell what's going on right now? Your cluelessness is stunning. Where'd she come from? Who was that? Who said hold it just now? Well, it was Mommy Aaron's back. That was me, Your Honor. Oh, you're the plaintiff in this case, right? I apologize for the disturbance. Even so, I did not wish to appear here today. We already have our confession. What else is there to discuss? There's one more issue. It's embarrassing to admit, so I honestly would rather not say it. But it must be said. What are you getting at? What I have to say concerns this case, but first, may I give Chirno something to eat? Why are we drugging Chirno? Hold up! Wait! Is that really necessary? Yes, it's entirely necessary, Your Honor. I'm concerned. In that case, by all means. What is it? It smells good. Here, eat up. I think you'll like it. I like red flags are going off everywhere. Can we have an eating check? Roll. That's a nat 1. Well, she's about to barf. Hooray! Down the hatch. Chomp chomp. Yummy. Huh? What? What am I doing here? What? Words of a true idiot. I'm not no idiot. Just as I thought. What is as you thought? I have no idea what's going on right now. Of course, I'll explain everything. The whole point of this case was for me to reclaim my pot, is it not? What? What does that have to do with... Actually, I simply wanted what was in the pot. Of course, recovering the pot as well would have been wonderful, but as long as I recover what the pot contained, that alone would have been sufficient. That still means you wish to reclaim your pot, that much is certain. There's one more matter, is the reason why I had to hide what was in the pot. And that would be... It was a failed experiment. It was an extremely potent love potion. That's why she was trying to flirt with Alice. Dude, Touhou shipper's in shambles right now. Why would you make something like that? You wouldn't perhaps be interested in... Please, that's enough. Make no mistake. I said it was a failure, did I not? I had intended to make something entirely different, but there was a bit of an accident, and ended up with quite a volume. I realized it would be dangerous, so I planned to neutralize it. Wait, so Alice took it, drugged Chirno, and then was trying to make out with Chirno? What? Alice! Whoa, hold on a second, girl. So stir in the pot in the meantime, except it was stolen before I could do anything else. Ah, I see. So what normally would have been a small matter, you thought to have a trial as means of recovering what was in the pot. Alice was so lonely, she tried to get Chirno to fall in love with her. Oh, you're the fairy of all things. Precisely, except under the pretense of simply wishing to reclaim the pot itself. Publicly admitting that I made a mistake in creating medicine is rather embarrassing for me, so I kept quiet until the explosion occurred. But I really should have said that from the beginning, the very moment I noticed it was missing. The reason Chirno took an interest in Miss Margit tonight was because of the contents of the pot? It appears so. He also saw the effects of the antidote. It raises their intelligence slightly and allows them to be more direct in their words and actions as well? Well, it's just a hypothesis, but I imagine that you would do anything for the person you like, right? You get pretty far out there. Well, that much should be expected. Yeah, it's nothing to be proud of. Everyone's starting to get a little mushy. Now then, Miss Alice Montetroid. Yes? Do you care to explain your actions? Oh, well, the fact of the matter is, I just wanted some friends. Alice's only friends are the ball and her dolls. I see. That means you had prior knowledge of the contents of the pot, correct? I didn't realize it was a love potion, though. A short while before, I overheard a conversation between Anna and Udangan while they were walking. Simply thought it was a drug that made people get along with each other. Ah, so that's how you found out. It's true that I didn't mention it was a love potion until later in the conversation. I also heard you were planning on disposing of it soon, so I tried to come up with a plan on the way home, but I couldn't think of anything. And that's when I saw the igniting cloth that the Korndo person was testing, fluttering in the wind. Does that mean you were planning on posing as Miss Kirisame from the start? No, nothing like that. I couldn't figure out how to lead her there. I'd originally planned for Chirno and Marisa to be there. I gave Chirno a snack I mixed the drug into. I imagine it wasn't terribly hard to convince her to take it. She would take candy from anyone, stranger or not. But I had no idea it would have such a strong effect on her. After she ate the snack, she suddenly seemed very interested in whatever I said. That's when I thought to use her to help me blame Marisa for the theft. Marisa, can you ever forgive me? Huh? Yeah, sure, why not? You did fess up and all. Your Honor, this whole affair was my fault. Can you please take that in consideration when you pass judgment on her? I shall. But first, I believe we've reached an end to our current trial. Turned out that the style of the incident had substance as well. Bailiff, whack this man's pee-pee. Alright, I did it. Now I shall pass judgment on the defendant. As improbable as it is, Miss Kirisame is... not guilty. Yippee! I'm there, 5:05 p.m. Defendant's waiting room. Man, you sure saved my hide out there. I had to go back to that cell. I'd go crazy or something. It was awfully tiring. I hope you learned from this experience and improved your behavior from now on. It was like fighting against the wind. I thought you guys rode the wind instead. You have us there. Oh, now that I think about it, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Why were you near the Aidente at the time of the incident, Miss Kirisame? Yeah, I was wondering that myself. What were you doing over there? Huh? Oh yeah, that's a no-brainer. Feast your eyes on this. Oh, what a beautiful necklace. Wait, what does this have to do with... Yeah, it's a real beaut. I've taken quite a shine to it. It really is quite lovely. No, wait a moment. Where'd you get this? Yinte. Excuse me? What? I saw a Dangan wearing a while back. Wanted it ever since I laid my eyes on it. I thought it was the perfect chance to go swipe it, but then I got arrested out of nowhere. I had no idea how they found out so quickly. It was pretty shocking. But you know, I'm only borrowing it. They can take it back after I kick the bucket. EG. Yes, I'm on it. Oh, really? That's very interesting. What exactly do you like about it? Gotta be the emerald in the middle. Pretty good size, ain't it? About as big as the tip of my pinky. Is that so, Nanokaya? How big is it compared to other gemstones? Haven't a clue. It's easy for impurities to get mixed into emeralds, and ones without a scratch that are this big and Earth are pretty few and far between. I bet this is the most valuable emerald in Gensokyo. Of course, it's no diamond or anything. You're saying that... Yeah, this baby's a real gem of a gem. They say among jewelers that when you're doing something impossible, it's like looking for a flawless emerald. Really, I had no idea. That's very interesting. Oh, Luigi, the story's about to get away. Oops, look at the time. Better get going. I've never been released from that birdcage. If it cruise on my broom. Catch you later, then. Thanks a ton for defending me again. Hold it right there, Marisa Kurisame. What now? I'm arresting you on charge of stealing a necklace from you today. Oh, shoot. Give yourself up and come along quietly. Not in your life. I said wait. And after we went through all that to prove her innocent. What a pity. But you reap what you sow, after all. You reap what you... Aya? What am I supposed to do about this feeling of just running away from everything? I swear I will do it. Oh, please don't be upset, Aya. That's it, we're going home now. And we're drinking until we forget about all this. No, please wait up, Aya. New episode has been unlocked. Good grief. Yay, Ruben Marisa innocent. Yay! Bad ending. Okay, well that's pretty good. Pretty good. We finished it. I wasn't sure if I was going to, but we did. And now it's 11 o'clock and I go to bed.